Hi, I'm Colin. Welcome to Learn Somatics. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to release your neck and shoulders from the seated position and also improve your ability to rotate the head and shoulders and neck. So to begin, set yourself up on a chair like so. You want to have your feet fairly wide so that you've got a nice solid base, and you're going to have your right hand on your left shoulder like so. And don't hold onto it too firmly, just use your fingertips. And you want to keep the elbow up and not sort of collapse down like this. Your free hand can just rest on your leg, or you can let it hang by your side, that's fine. From here, we're going to turn to the left with our head and our neck and our elbow as far as we can, and then we're going to come back. We're going to repeat this a couple of times, turning our head, neck and shoulders, our rib cage, everything, just in an attempt to look behind, and then slowly come back. And then we're going to do that again, turning as far as we can comfortably, and then back. Okay, so we're just starting to get into all those muscles that rotate the head, the trunk, the spine. Now let's repeat that and add a little something. So this time, as you turn around to the left, go as far as you can comfortably, and from here keep your shoulders and your arm where they are, and you're going to turn your head back the way you came, and then back to the left, keeping the trunk and shoulders still. And you're going to do this a couple of times, back and forth with the head, differentiating the action of the neck from the trunk and shoulders. And one more time, and now we're going to come back, everything together, back to the front. Okay, and have a little rest for your hand there, and just notice how that feels in sitting. You may have more awareness of one side of your trunk from doing that, and the neck should be starting to feel a little bit looser. Now, place your hand, right hand back on your left shoulder again, and let's rotate back again. So again, you're going to turn your shoulder girdle, head and neck to look left, and just notice if you're able to go a little further now this time, having differentiated the head and neck from the trunk and shoulders. And I can see a little bit further around into this corner as I'm doing that now. Okay, now we're going to do a slightly different differentiation this time. Turn all the way around to your left, keep your head to the left, and you're not going to be able to see this, but you're going to look with your eyes only to the right, and then back to the left, and then back to the right without moving anything else. Just the eyes are going to track left, and then back to the right, and then to the left, and then to the right, and then slowly come back to the start position. Again, if you need to let your arm have a little rest, that's fine. We'll take a pause here. So we differentiated the action of the eyes, tracking left and right, from the turning of the head and the trunk. And now we're going to retest our rotation back to the left again. Place the right hand on the left shoulder, nice and slowly, turning around to the left as far as you can go. And you may be surprised to find that you can go a little further again, having just differentiated out the eyes. And then slowly come back to center. So these are a good example of differentiation, where we do things in new ways or break up movements into small parts, and in doing so we improve the entire movement. Let's do another differentiation on that. So again, put the right hand on the left shoulder, hold it up, and we're going to spin around to the left again. And this time we're going to keep our head looking over our left shoulder as we turn our torso back to the front. So you can see I'm still looking over my shoulder. So the head stays to the left, looking over the shoulder, as the torso, sternum, shoulder moves to the front. So even though my front is facing the camera now, my head is still looking to the left. And we're going to do this a couple of times. Nice and slowly, nice and carefully. Just paying attention to what's happening in the trunk. Okay. And let's just do one more of those, turning all the way around, looking over the left shoulder, keeping the head to the left, and this time coming back and allowing the head to come back around to center as well. Give your hand a break again, let it rest. We'll just take a breath here, and in a moment we're going to check our rotation again to the left and see if we can look even further around this time. Okay, place that right hand on the left shoulder, and let's try again. Turning the head, the eyes, the neck, turning around once more, and with a bit of luck you'll probably find you're looking quite a few inches further than you were at the beginning. And then slowly come back. Now, let's do a slightly different differentiation on this. This time from here, turn your head to the right. And now keeping your head to the right, you're going to turn your entire body to the left, but you're going to keep looking over that right shoulder. And then you're going to turn yourself back to the center, keeping the head looking over that shoulder. It can be a little bit confusing and challenging, but just do your best to keep your chin kind of looking over your shoulder, like so. As you turn your trunk and shoulders to the left, you're still looking over the right. There's something over that right shoulder you want to keep your eye on, even as you turn your trunk and shoulders away to the left. Okay, and we'll do one more of those, keeping our head to the right as we turn to the left. And then slowly back to the middle. Give your hand a rest. Take a breath. And once more, we're going to one final check of our rotation to the left. So right hand on the left shoulder again. And we're just going to turn all the way around behind us, trying to look over our left shoulder, turning our trunk, shoulders, everything, eyes, neck, and you should be able to look quite a bit further around now having done that. And from there, slowly come back and come to rest. So that's a nice simple way to improve your ability to rotate and to spin around. Really helpful if you have to reverse a car or something like that, and just generally make the neck and shoulders feel looser and more comfortable. Okay, now let's give that a try on the other side, and we'll go through this a little more briefly on this side as we understand what's happening now. So take your left hand, place it on the right shoulder, and in the beginning we're just going to turn the entire head and body around to the right, and just notice how far you can see, and then come back, and we'll do that about 3 times, turning around, head, eyes, shoulder, trunk, ribs, and then slowly come back. And we'll do it one more time, and close your eyes as you go around this time. And then open the eyes and just make a mental note of how far you can turn, and then come on back to the start. All right, so that's our baseline for the rotation to the right. Now let's do a couple of these differentiations. So left hand on the right shoulder, turn yourself all the way around as far as you can comfortably. And then from here, keeping your torso and shoulders where they are, you're going to turn your head back over your shoulder to the left and then back to the right about 3 times. And just take your time, nice and slow. We're just differentiating the neck rotation from the trunk rotation. Back to the back and then slowly back to the front. Have a pause in the start position. Give that left arm a rest. And let's try another differentiation. So this time it's going to be the eyes. We're going to pop that left hand on the right shoulder again. And we're going to turn around again. And you'll probably find even now you're turning a little bit further. And now I'm going to keep my entire body where it is. And I'm going to track my eyes back to the left, looking out the left corners of my eyes. And then I'm going to track my eyes back around to the right. And then back to the left about 3 or 4 times. Like you're scanning the horizon, but you're not moving your body. You're keeping your body turned around to the right as you track your eyes left and right. And then slowly come back to the start position. Again, have a little rest at the start position. Okay, and let's continue with our differentiations. Left hand on the right shoulder, turn all the way around. And this time you're going to keep looking over your right shoulder. Keep your head turned to the right as you turn your torso back to the front. So you keep looking over that shoulder. The chin stays close to that right shoulder as you turn your trunk forward around to the front and then back around to the right. You're letting your brain know that these sections of the body can move together and they can also move independently somewhat. And then back to the front, let the head come around to the front again. Slowly release. And we're going to do just one more of these differentiations. Left hand on the right shoulder, turning around as far as you can. This time turning your head to the left, keeping your head left as you turn your trunk back to the front, and then turn your trunk and shoulders back around to the right. And you're keeping your chin close to your left shoulder now this time. Differentiating the head and neck in the opposite way to what you were doing a moment ago. Feels quite nice through the back and the neck. Good. And we'll do one more for good measure, and then back to the front. Again, just take a brief rest, and then we're going to do a final test of our range in rotation back around to the right. Place your left hand on your right shoulder, close your eyes, and let's turn all the way around as far as we can. And keeping your eyes closed, just come back to the front, and then turn all the way around to the back again, and pause in your most turned position, and just open your eyes and see where you're looking, and see if your rotation has increased. Are you looking at a different spot to what you had at the beginning? And then come on back to the start position and rest. So that's a nice simple exploration that you can do to improve rotation of the neck and the shoulders and the trunk, and comfort of those areas as well. Practicing that fairly regularly will help you to keep your ability to be able to twist and turn and look around and generally be more mobile. I hope you found that interesting. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.